What's up, family? How you guys doing today? What is going on? So, as you guys should know by now, the first signal of the bull run has officially kicked off, with Bitcoin making that massive breakthrough, the ultimate resistance of $35,000. So what do I got for you guys? It's time for you to set yourself up and be ready to dominate in crypto. This is not only a game, it's a strategic value to change your life. And I mean that. So what I have for you in this video is a game plan to get you to the victory lap. I'm going to give you the fundamentals of knowing what plays to make that score, that winning score in this bull run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover bull run fundamentals, analysis, and even some strategies to help you maximize your gains in crypto. I'm also going to be giving you a plan to make your first 6 figures in crypto with 3 options that fit your budget. We're going to explore a $2,000, a $3,000, and a $5,000 portfolio investment. All right. And we're going to aim to gain $150,000 with these strategies. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like that, hit that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, guys, and hit that bell notification if you guys want to be notified for more videos like this. Let's go ahead and get into it. How to maximize crypto gains in this up and coming bull run. All right, guys, let's look at how to maximize your gains and be prepared in crypto. So we've been in an extended bear market for a long period of time, something that's been a little bit longer than normal. And just recently, we've seen Bitcoin kick off this new bull run by breaking through a resistance level that has been holding Bitcoin down for quite some time. Now that you know that, then you're aware that the bull run is like essentially kicking off. The worst thing you could do is go out and try to buy whatever coin you think is going to make some money and just hope it does well. That's actually setting up yourself for failure, and that's bad preparation. So the good news is you still have some time, not a whole lot of time, but there is some time. So the only thing on your mind right now should be, how do I prepare? And thankfully, that's what I'm going to be discussing with you today. So let's go over some points that you need to know. Let's go over some points that you need to know about what's important in the crypto bull run and how to identify the bull run. So number one thing that you need to really understand is the Bitcoin halving. So this event has always, going back in time in history, triggered the bull run for cryptocurrency. And that is because Bitcoin is essentially the North Star of crypto. So when Bitcoin moves, all cryptocurrency moves. So knowing what the Bitcoin halving is a fundamental to cryptocurrency. All right. So number 2 is know what altcoins are trending currently through this bear market and what type of community is behind them, and have they had success in bull runs in the past, or what new coins are making moves. Number 3 is stay in tune with how the market is changing. See what projects are pumping after Bitcoin pumps. This will give you a snapshot of what investors are looking for when Bitcoin moves. So you'll see that if you study it. Number 4 is educate yourself on what's important when investing in a crypto project. All right. And number 5 is preparation is the foundation to creating success in any area of your life. Plan, implement, and execute. So now that we cover these 5 points, let's actually put these points into practice. Let's put them to work. So when the rally of a bull run happens, you have to understand the cycles. This right here is the psychology of a bull cycle, and as you can see, it has different stages. So let's take a look at that. So as you can see in this cycle, there are different stages to the bull cycle, and this area is where generally we stay for quite some time. This is called capitulation area, or this is called accumulation area. This is where the market is at its lowest low, and a lot of people that couldn't have the strength to stay in crypto are getting out. Everybody's selling out. This is like the flat line of crypto, and this is where all the money is made. And what I mean by that is, this is where you have to buy in crypto to be successful. You have to buy it at the dirt cheapest price you can get it. So then what happens is we move into events that happen like Bitcoin breaking through the highest resistance of since the previous bull run. Okay, then we have your Bitcoin halving, which pumps us up even higher into this area. Okay, then we have what's called institutional investors flowing in with accumulation of new investors. This is where you gain these major massive pumps up, and this is where we capitalize in cryptocurrency. But we have to know when to get out, or when the peak is here, and what does that look like, because after that we hit this downward slope, and now it's famine time, guys, and you have to get up out of here, and you got to understand that you take your loss if you drop the loss coming down this hill right here, and don't wait, because it ain't gonna go back up. So understanding this is very key and essential to knowing how the crypto cycles run. Let's go into the Bitcoin halving. So let me explain what the Bitcoin halving is, just in case you are not aware of what it is. So the Bitcoin halving is an event that happens approximately every 4 years in crypto. This event is when the reward for Bitcoin miners that have their huge systems all set up in their homes with all this connections and all these processing computers. I don't know, I've never seen one, but I've seen one online, but I ain't never seen one in real life. I think it's pretty interesting to be able to see that. But anyways, so what it is this event is when the reward for Bitcoin miners get rewarded for processing transactions, okay, but they're cut in half. So what this does is it reduces the new Bitcoin supply that's going into circulation, that's being introduced. So historically, the halvings have kicked off massive bull runs. For example, in 2012, Bitcoin went from $12 to about $1,100, I believe, within a year from the halving. In 2017, Bitcoin went from $700 to $20,000. And even if everybody doesn't know, and if you don't know, now you know, 2021 was a massive $66,000 for Bitcoin. All right. Well, this is a very simple logic for Bitcoin, especially with cryptocurrency, right? So reducing supply and increasing demand brings value to Bitcoin. So with cryptocurrency evolving, it has bred newer and sophisticated projects with new technologies, utilities, and opportunities to replicate the demand for Bitcoin. So as money massively flows into Bitcoin and the pirates take their gold, they want more and more and more. What happens is they go after these new projects known as altcoins. The money starts to pour into these, and this is where the shipmates like us, go ahead and grab our piece of the pie, right? We do this by preparing our buckets to be filled up. So how do we prepare our buckets to be filled up? Well, we know that the fact is in front of us. Simple. It's pretty simple. What is driving these bull runs when they hit? It's evident across past bull run rallies include speculation, hype, mainstream acceptance, innovations, crypto use cases. These are all key players in these rallies. So knowing what the next narrative is in crypto is also the key element when investing in crypto. When it comes to talking about crypto projects and narratives, a couple narratives that are new to crypto, especially that have been introduced this year in 2023, is AI and protocols. These are becoming very popular, but the originals are your DeFi, your decentralized finance, your exchanges. You know, there's all kinds of different crypto settings or narratives, but also blockchain building is pretty relevant to the crypto space in this coming bull run. I really feel that way. All right. So it comes down to you having to be all in when it comes to crypto when you're investing, right? You need to have a relationship with crypto and understand the fundamentals behind crypto. You have to know the next move before the next move. Understanding crypto regulations in your country is essential. How the markets move, how the cycles come together. There's no timing the crypto market because you can't time something that you have no clue of when it's going to happen. But there is time spent in the crypto market that counts. How well do you know cryptocurrency is what you should ask yourself on a daily basis. Master one thing, and that should be how well you know cryptocurrency, and you'll be prepared for every bull run to come. Let's talk about portfolio strategies. Investing in Bitcoin is tough unless you have a ton of money. Then you'll find yourself with some huge gains. But everyday folks like you and I don't generally have $100,000 laying around the house. So I want to give you an understanding of how you can maximize a smaller investment with using the newer cryptocurrencies as the best course of action. So how I'm going to look at this and how I'm going to explain to you is by explaining this as an ecosystem. So ecosystems being how it will relate in terms to narratives. And I spoke on this: DeFi, supply chain, data, AI, healthcare, blockchain design. This should be your first area of research. You have to look at these projects and ensure that they are following one of these ecosystems or one of these narratives. Second, you need to look at the past performance of whatever project you find interest in. How did it perform in the past? What did it do in the bear market? This information will show you a telltale sign of movement in correlation to Bitcoin, meaning that if Bitcoin is moving and then a few weeks later, or a few days later, or a couple hours later, you see this project moving up significantly, that means it's following the Bitcoin narrative, okay? Or it's in correlation with the Bitcoin. So that means if Bitcoin's moving, it's moving, which means that investors are looking at it. So when we're looking at major moves, you're talking about institutional money going in there, and it might not be the institutional money that you're thinking, but I'm thinking there's other whale players in the crypto game, and they're focusing in on moving these smaller altcoins. So knowing that is essential. So you want to also know the value of the crypto project, its market cap and total supply. Dealing with total supply, you need to know, is the coin capped out at a certain supply, or can the project continuously make more coins? Because that is, I'm not going to say in a sense it's bad for a project, but it's a never ending supply for, I would say, for a certain amount of demand, if that makes any sense. All right. So knowing this information is very critical for you to have an accurate decision on whether or not you want to invest. Because knowing that there's endless supply for a little bit of demand is a flag. Not a flag to say, hey, I shouldn't invest into a project, but what is that project going to do to limit the amount of supply? That's essentially what you need to figure out. The better plays are projects that have a lot of utility, projects that are topped out at a certain amount, and projects that have some type of process that's going to eliminate that supply. So those are critical, and those are key to investing in good crypto projects. So all these points that I essentially talked to you guys about, we're going to put into action towards the end of this content. I'm going to give you an idea of how to make a successful investment decision. All right. So before we hit that though, we're going to talk about how to protect your investment and how to put together an exit strategy. Protecting your investment is key and critical. So let's explore that a little bit. So keeping your crypto investments on exchanges is very risky, because if your money in crypto is in the hands of somebody else, it essentially does not belong to you. The differences between regular stocks and crypto is that you have control to hold your own investments by using wallets such as Trust Wallets or MetaMask. The alternative to that is owning a cold storage wallet, which means that it's offline, and there are wallets like this such as Trezor, and a Ledger wallet. Sorry, I always Trezor. Anyways, so I'm gonna drop a link in the description for a Ledger because I have affiliation with that. So if you guys want the link, they'll take you there to be able to grab those. It'll be in there. All right. So be well aware of scammers. All right. Scammers are everywhere. They're even in my comments. I see them from time to time. Never go for the instant cash scam or get rich quick scams, because true success takes patience, hard work, and active consistency in one area of life. Meaning, if you can master crypto, then you'll master the crypto game. All right. So never share wallet information or download anything related to your crypto wallet, because essentially this is yours, your rights, and you should not share it or connect it to anything that you don't trust or that's not trustworthy, because you could potentially lose your money. All right. So let's talk about exit strategies. All right. So here's some examples of exit strategies, right? So basically, taking profits at stages of increased price for your investment is truly essential. So some examples of that would necessarily be if say you project a project to do 50x. Ideally, you want to set up an exit plan for this, right? And it may look something like this. You know, you have a target of 50x that you highly believe this project is going to hit. So what should you do? Wait till it hits the 50x and then just cash out 100%? No, you want to keep yourself safe, but at the same time, you want to gradually increase your profits. So what you would do is essentially at 5 to 10x, take profits on 20%. Then at 10 to 25x, take profits at 10%. At 30 to 40x, take profits at about 20%. That gives you already 50% of your initial investment taking profits out. Then hold that last 50% until you believe that you've hit the peak of where you think this project is going to go, whether that be 45x, 50x, 75x. Maybe it blows past the 50x that you thought it was going to be and you're sitting at 75x. I would not necessarily cash out everything, but I would take another 25%. That would leave you with a 25% bag to either, number one, cash out at the highest point, or take 25% and keep that in your bag for a long-term play. Especially if you think the project is big and it's going to do some major things, hold on to 25% of that bag for the next bull run, or, you know, for another decade. Who knows? Sometimes the projects could do major things and make major moves all the time, guys. And even through bear markets, we've seen projects do major moves. All right. So another example of how to put an exit strategy together is you could actually take 50% profits out at your 30 to 40x, knowing that this project's going to go to 50 or higher. Then put yourself at 30 to 40 times your money, and that puts you at 30 to 40 times your money, and the risk is out 25% for maximum gains. Basically, you're going to say, well, I took out 50% with my 30 to 40x. So now what I'm going to do is have 25% to see this thing blow off top. Maybe it'll get to the 50x or the 70x or maybe even 120x, who knows. But now you're maximizing your profits at that point, right? You do 50%, which is a huge percentage, especially if you hit those 30 to 40x numbers. And then you have another 25% of your investment for even higher, right? And then you could either, with that 25% bag, sell off, or if you're only in this project to make money because you knew that that's where it was going to go, then you take that last 25% out and put it into another project that you believe is going to be beneficial. But I'm not going to tell you what to do with your profits, but what I would recommend you do is put it into a stable coin or something like Bitcoin, where your risk of dropping is not going to be so crazy, right? So you put it in a stable coin, chances are stable coin is not going to move at all. You'll have very minimal movement. You probably wouldn't even see it. But what you do with your investment is your next step, right? What are you going to do with your investment? You're already up. Let's say you put in $5,000, you made 150,000. You know, do you bless yourself with 50 grand and keep 100,000 in crypto? Do you bless yourself with 100 grand and keep 50 grand in crypto for the next? But see, you let this stay in stable coins, and this is what you guys got to plan out. Well, we know once this bull run is over and all the bags are made and the money's made, you have a decision to make. What are you going to do with that investment that you gained maximum money on? Are you going to just spend it and be back to where you were when right here at this day, at this video? Are you going to invest even more into your future, invest in yourself, into crypto? What are you going to do with that? That's what you also need to have a plan with, because you don't want to have a plan to make massive gains and not have a plan to allocate it to do something to change your life. That's just a little food for thought. That's extra. That wasn't supposed to be in the video, but I just threw it in there. All right. So let's discover how we can put all this that I just talked about into action, guys. And I want to maximize your gains with examples of how to invest using these tools that I just talked about, and these resources and some projects that I've been putting work into for this next bull run, guys. I hope you guys are excited. This is the moment of truth. We're going to get into some portfolio info, and I hope you guys enjoy this. This is going to be the last section before I head out. So I will sign off right now before we get into this. Thank you guys for bearing with me through this long video. And I hope you guys got something out of it, because that is my goal, to make sure that you guys are being blessed with the information and knowledge that I'm trying to provide for you guys. Thank you so much for following Run My Crypto. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking my videos. Nothing but a genuine heart. I promise you, I'm not here for anything else but to help you guys win in crypto. Thank you so much. You take care and be blessed. Don't forget to leave a comment too. All right.